Hi, I'm Phil Gallo with Variety, and I'm here with Joesph Arthur.
Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, whatever time of the day you're watching this.
Very good. You're here at the start of an interesting series. You're releasing 4 EPs, beginning with "Could We Survive?" What made you want to go the EP route?
Well, have a lot of solo material. I've been working with my band called The Lonely Astronauts for the last 2 years, but I've also been recording a lot of solo material, and instead of releasing a really long record or something, I decided to piece it up and release it in EPs over a course of time. I think it's a better way to release music right now.
It strikes me that I think this is really could become a real wave of the future. It forces the listener to kind of to focus on the songs more, and it's not such a deluge. Right?
Yeah, I think it's an easier amount for people to take in. I think now there's more and more coming at you all the time. I mean, like if you just, even on the first day of this event, there's so many bands, it's kind of crazy. It's like overwhelming. So, but at the same time, I think songs work better when they're paired with other songs, like off against each other. They work really well. So I think like 6 songs are like short albums, and albums that are shorter are usually stronger anyway. So an EP, I don't know, I just like that form.
Yeah, it seems like people have gotten obsessed with the CD can hold 72 minutes of music, and therefore, maybe I'm shortchanging somebody if I come in under 55 minutes.
Yeah, usually what happens is I tend to record a lot of material and am not so good at cutting things out. And also, the way the music business has been with the record industry and marketing plans dictate people's release schedules. So artists are sort of forced into releasing one record every 1 or 2 years. So then the temptation to release overly long records is pretty hard to resist. But now like I'm independent, and I think more and more artists are becoming independent, that I think we're going to see more creative and unique ways of releasing music.
Did you ever sense, I mean, you've been with some forward-thinking labels. Was there ever even a sense that something like this was an option ever at a time?
Yeah, I mean, I was with Real World for a lot of years, which is Peter Gabriel's label, and I had released 1 EP before my 2nd album, and then I released 4 EPs before my 3rd album, which was Junkyard Hearts 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, they actually enabled me to do it back in the day.
And is it the sort of thing that feels good artistically, if not commercially, or is it?
Yeah, it does. It's like it's great because it enables you to. I mean, it's fun to make records. Every aspect of it. It's fun to make album covers. It's fun to pick what's the first song. It's fun to pick what's the last song. So you kind of get to do that more, you know. And you put it out there in a way that people can actually pay attention to it. Because there's something about just putting a record in, listening to it all the way to the end, and then listening to it again, you know. But if you make a record that's 70 minutes, that's almost impossible for anybody to do. And the last record I put out was 78 minutes, so it's like I'm guilty of it, you know.
With so much recording and touring, are you still finding time to do art?
Oh yeah, I paint all the time. I have a gallery in Brooklyn, which is called the Museum of Modern Art on 25 J Street now. And I have a studio in the back of it, so I basically record a lot, and then when I get like sort of burnt out on music, I go and paint. I usually oscillate between the two at the same time.
That's pretty cool. What would you be more likely to do or to be against, to expose a half-created song or a half-created work of art to a friend?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I'm not against that at all. I think that art is always sort of on, you know, like, I feel like everything that you make is kind of in the process of being made, even by the time you release it. And I think things are kind of like, you ever heard of the Tao of poo? When, you know, like, what's your favorite part of the honey is right before you put it in your mouth. It's like, I think there's something about that with art, too. Like, if you capture it right before as close to being done as it can without being done, that's its most exciting moment. You know, and then you can go past it, or it could be done, and then it's just really, really good.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Pleasure having you.
Thank you.